rides in Griffith Park have been delighting kids for about 74 years, but this morning they are officially shut down. Hal Eisner was there as kids and parents were enjoying one last ride.
There on that pony, that's little Matthew Martinez and his mom Cassandra. Like so many others here, they came to the park because this was the last day for these pony rides. The ride started 74 years ago in 1948. These pictures from the LA Public Library show kids back then who now are grown-ups. When you were a kid, you rode these horses?
In 1953. They started here at 48, and I rode them in 53.
For many, this has been a public treasure. But there was a backlash from animal rights activists and months of protests and claims of horse abuse that led to this day. A day when activists are vowing to continue their fight against the owner. But these people, their thoughts are on their kids, their childhoods, and their parents. How many of you grown-ups rode on these horses when you were little? You did for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
So did Monique Hurd. This is Monique when she was little.
I'm 45, so I know I was here when I was 2, so at least 43 years.
And this is Zarina Navarro when her dad, Alex Slava, brought her here as a child. Now she brings her child. So grandpa, mom, little one, generational.
Generations. 3 generations of coming to the Griffith Park ponies. So,
How do you feel about the closing of this?
it's sad because it's just a family tradition.
And Cassandra Martinez, she was moved to tears thinking of the closure.
Oh, it just hurts because, like, my son won't be able to experience it. My niece, she loves the horses so much, and, like, she gets so excited just to come here.
Now, what's to happen to the 36 horses? The owner here, Steve Weeks, says that they're going to go to a combination of sanctuaries, rescue ranches, and individual horse owners. And so now, a last look. I'm Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News.
So that yesterday was the last pony ride, but the last camel ride was so long ago.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it.
You know, how long ago? It's time, I think. We got to find this. Do you think this camel's alive?
You ask and you
I don't know how long they live in captivity, to be honest with you, but I think this...
This might have...
That's Tony on the camel, by the way.
First of all, the place where this happened no longer exists.
Yeah, so it was a long time ago.
I mean, the building exists, but this was at the Crystal Cathedral, which is no longer the Crystal Cathedral, by the way, in Orange County. And this was for our national show, when we had the national show, Good Day Live. It was between 2001 to 2003, somewhere around in there.
Great recovery. Here's the thing. This is everyone's favorite time of year because we showed this. If we can, just let the audio play out for a moment because you hear Tony and it's so wonderful.
I love it.
Let's listen.
I think I'm okay here. It's fine. It's fine. The show goes on.
You're welcome, everybody.
Look
Merry
at the
Christmas.
confidence right there. Can we hear it again?
Rewind.
That's my favorite.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Did I not ask for this earlier this morning?
I'm glad that my pain and misery can bring all of you joy.
I mean,
You've
done so much in your career. He's done so much.
I have.
This is the
and
moment.
this is what I'm going to be remembered for. I'm sure.
Tony's career takeaway.
I am certain that my professors at Northwestern University are very proud of the first-class journalists they turned out.
Absolutely.
But let me tell you, you looked good.
You looked great. And the camel was okay. The camel was okay.
Well, the camel was okay after that. I don't know if the camel was still okay. That was
that's a whole different story.
20 years ago.
But thank you for that. This was a team effort, you know. You ask for it every year. It's now traditional. For folks that didn't know about Tony's camel ride, this is why we want to bring it in every year. From a camel ride How about to a sleigh ride? Santa tracker. Temperatures here in Southern California this weekend on Christmas Day nearing 80 degrees. We potentially could be experiencing temperatures the hottest in the nation. And if you are traveling, another reminder, make sure you check in with your airline company. We've already had reports of delays and cancellations, and this is due to a blast of Arctic cold air, extreme cold front pushing a lot of snow into these regions. Blizzard warnings in place over the Dakotas and the upper Midwest. We're talking about winter storm warnings for areas like Chicago. Wind chill warnings. Temperatures will be sub-freezing. We're talking about the potential for these areas shaded in the blue to be minus 10, minus 20 degrees possibly, if not colder than that. Hard freeze warnings in place for areas of the South. That's why it is important to check in if you're traveling. Meantime, stay put. Look at that. Temperatures here at home, warm in the 80s. I also have you covered in our traffic department as well. Over to Santa Ana, eastbound side of the 22 at the 5. A two-vehicle collision is currently blocking a middle lane of traffic. This is causing a backup on the eastbound side of the 22 right there at the 5. Fire and CHP are currently en route to this location. And if you're traveling in and out of the downtown LA area, it looks pretty good right now, especially if you're traveling to the west side along the westbound side of the 10 from downtown. 23 minutes. Drive careful and camel carefully as well.
All right, Samada, thanks so much. H21 from camels to cars now. Coming up, a growing trend as classic car lovers convert their vintage automobiles into electric vehicles. We're going to show you how they do it and what actually might be the downside to getting in on this trend.